John Candy, I Like Me. What a phenomenal documentary film. This starts off with taking you through John Candy's early life, him as a child, how he grew up, even interviewing some of his childhood friends. It then moves into his landing the role on SCTV as a cast member of that show in Canada, and how really that was his training wheels, and that allowed him to really mold and develop his craft as not only just a comedian but as an actor. I was not a huge fan of like the Uncle Bucks and stuff, and I grew up in that era where those were huge movies. He was like a shticky comedian to me, and it wasn't until Plane, Trains, and Automobiles where I was like, whoa, wait a minute here. This guy's an actor. It floored me to see, kind of at times I thought was buffoony or goofy guy play this role in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And it was just, and it's one of these films that I can watch over and over again. I still watch it today. It also talks about something I did not know, which was that John Candy was very good friends with John Hughes, to the point of where their families would vacation together. John Hughes would give scripts to John Candy to make notes or changes to, and he did. And they had this very unique friendship, which is just, it's just amazing just to even hear people talk about that story. It then interviews everyone. And when I mean everyone, outside of his family, yes, they interview his wife, they interview his children. It interviews everyone that John Candy touched. And I don't mean just because they co-starred with him or they worked with him. It was because this man really made a mark on them. And we're talking about Bill Murray, Steve Martin, Martin Short, Catherine O'Hare, Eugene Levy, Macaulay Culkin, you name it, they're being interviewed in this documentary film. And the way they speak of this man is so sincere. It's not bullshit, man. It's so sincere. And God, I wish, like, I need a John Candy in my life is what I'm trying to say. They do talk about the weight thing and how, he struggled with the weight and the health. He smoked, he drank, and how the weight obviously was a problem to the point where he did go away and he did lose weight. But then when he got back, he had studio executives or people saying, look, don't lose any more weight. That's why people love you. And that must be so hard to be on screen and for people to tell you these things. And his weight did get to a point where it was out of control. And his wife does speak about that. It does also go into his last days and what that looked like. It was his first time directing a film, and he was on set, and he did pass away in a hotel room. Very sad. It also shows you his memorial and people that were speaking at his memorial. And really, look, this is a feel-good, but also sad of a man that was gone way too soon. And I'm giving this a solid 5 out of 5. Even though I know that there were some things that probably were skimmed over, I didn't care. This is a 5 out of 5 documentary film. It's a must watch, specifically if you love film and you love following actors in their lives and understanding them as an artist. They take you through this in this documentary film. It's a must watch. Check it out now on Amazon Prime. John Candy, I Like Me.